Welcome, welcome, JDs and Littlemen. Um, First and foremost, gotta make sure my mic's actually working, because sometimes it does that where it like actually doesn't. Alright, seems it is. And if everything is in full effect, which it should be, um, um, alright, yep. Everything seems to be in working order. So, shut this off for a second, or at least minimize it a little bit. Pretty much, I got bored, so I decided we're gonna do a gadgets don't spawn. I have a weapon spawn rate high. I'm so glad they added these. Test features on, test maps off. We're gonna have it set to tournament 1v1. We're gonna have 16 legends. I just want to introduce all the legends first. I don't know why I did that. Is there anything else? Uh, Bot match. Random. Actually, just in case, let me really quick see all the maps. Um, Alright, yeah, I'm down for random. Wait, did I see there was Halo in here? No Halo, okay, thank you, Jesus. Um, since that's the case, we'll put it in random. So I just wanted to, I don't know, I'm bored and I feel like MSI is coming up, you know, the mid-season rally, whatever, in actual Brawlhalla lore, so I was like, why not? But yeah, I mean, in simple terms, I just decided that I'm going to essentially make my own kind of mid-seasons, where it's really just a top 16 bracket, 1v1, and I'll do a top 8 2v2 as well. That'll probably be tomorrow if I actually have the motivation. I mean, it's just top 8. So basically, the first. Okay. Yeah, so the first two rounds of losers will be best of 3, and the first round of winners will be best of 3. After that, it's all, best of 5s. And so I just wanted to go off of historically who's been doing the best. So obviously, the top 8, they all made it here since, they've been the most recent. There's a few names I want to highlight out there. Um, Name like Diana. It's definitely someone that I'm gonna include. Just think of all the like really good players. Um, like people who have amounted to something. So like Diana's gonna be here. Moonen's already in there. Nash is already in there. Terrace is already in there. I don't believe Jaeyoon is in here. Lin Fei definitely deserves to be here. Scarlet, sadly. Ragnar, Nash, it's already all that, right? So I'm gonna switch around these brackets a little bit. Kind of go off base more off of seeding and kind of set the seeding down. Um, Diana's definitely gonna be here. I'd put her over Hattori. Would I put her over Ragnar as well? Yeah, would I put her over Scarlet? I don't think so. I think Scarlet's run was really, really good. Hopefully not Miracle. Sidra definitely deserves it. She got second. Um, Sidra, unfortunately, I hate Sword Legends, deserves to be here. The other legends. Caspian, no. Ember, no. Magyar. Magyar has 2 top 8 placements overall, but I don't think I'd be willing to put him in here. I think Vector kind of has to. He's one of the 3 people that have actually made the championship cup. So, unfortunately, he's definitely below everyone else so far. Um, Dusk doesn't seem to have been here now. Maybe Thor? I think I saw Thor twice. No, Ragnar's already in there. Leonard's obviously already in there. Jaehyun. Jaehyun under Vector. Ironic. Since this is solely like 1v1s, I'm not gonna like put anybody that, like crazy. I think I can put Kaya. I don't think I can put Caspian though. Because Caspian got a fourth and hasn't really done anything since. I'm gonna put Thor in here just because I feel like that one run was really, really good. Yeah, let's go Dusk. I mean, Dusk hasn't really done too bad. I think he got 12th at the last tournament. Um, I'll check in a second, see if anybody recent. Unironically, Teros has first place, Nash has first place, Vector have all been first place, and they've all been fifth place as well. Ironically, Jaehyun has been second and fifth, Thor has been fifth, Dusk have been fifth, Lunen's been second and fifth, and Hattori has been fifth. And eighth, I think. No, just fifth. Um, I think Magyar deserves an appearance. Because what, Magyar got both a fourth and a third? Yeah, Magyar has both a fourth and a seventh place. So I'm going to put him above Kaya. Yes, above Jaehyun, I don't think so. I think something like this. I'm going to check who actually was real quick and see if anybody that like, should be in here because they just barely were missing like the tournament pretty much every time. Ember actually got knocked out by Nash, so there's that. Ember definitely would have been top 8 if not for Nash. Bodvar got destroyed by Scarlet. Magyar missed it because of Teros, the eventual champion. Interesting. Petra, I forgot about Petra. She did really, really good this tournament. Top 12, ninth place, technically. No, I can't hate her. That was a really good performance from her. Magyar, again, Azoth, Nash. Yeah, Ada. I knew Ada's been here a few times because Ada was there against Thor as well. Baraza, Mirage, oddly enough, did really good in the third tournament. But yeah, no, I feel like everybody who's in here definitely deserves to be in here. I think the top 8 is solidified, but like the bottom, they're a little bit more interchangeable. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of the top 8. I'm gonna shuffle the seating a little bit. Okay, where the hell is Teros? Teros is one he just won most recently. Then it's Nash. After Nash, it's Sidra, then Moonin. Actually, I'm gonna put Moonin over Sidra. Even though Sidra just got second, which, I can't hate her. Moonin does have more overall placement. Minfei and Scarlet, yeah. Minfei, Scarlet, and who was it? Diana and Ragnar. If I can find Diana, there we go, and Ragnar. And everybody from beyond that is kind of just shuffled. Alright, so. Ho ho ho. Haha! Wait, what? Hold on. Sidra is in here twice. That is not correct. Why is she in here twice? That's stupid. Why is Sidra in here twice? I didn't keep that. Like at all, I didn't notice that while making the bracket. Damn it. To replace Sidra, I guess the only one really missing is Isaiah. I refuse to put Val for the sole purpose of I haven't seen her get past the second round in like 2 years. In like the 2 years that I've been doing this, never been past the second round. That took me 10 minutes. Jesus. Alright. So let's get on with this. So let me do this. Let me list everyone by seeding real quick, just so I can remove them easier that way. So number 1, Teros. Number 2, Nash. I have to do it in reverse. That pisses me off. Isaiah. Again, the bottom 8 aren't really specific seeding, so don't get butthurt if your like favorite character in here isn't, you know. Vector. I remember there were 3 Great Sword Legends top 8 at once. That was terrible. Vector somehow still like barely above Jaehyun. The irony in that. And above both of them, oddly enough, is Kaya. Never would have expected that. Yeah, I'd be willing to say this because of recency bias, I guess. I don't know if I'd take him over Hattori, but he's there, and big shocker, somehow he made it above. Alright, and then Ragnir, where is she? Alright, I have a special scout on her, I'm stupid. Diana, Scarlet, shame. Lin Fei. I'm not afraid to express my biases, because I know that the bots do not care about my biases. If they did, Sidra would never get second place, and Scarlet would never make top 8. Val would also probably be higher, even though I hate her, because, like, I hate her so much because she's a good legend. Lin Fei, Sidra, and then, what is it? Moonin. Not Hugin. Moonin specifically, this one. And then Nash and Teros. Alright, there we go. Just so I'm not, like, I'll say stuff line. Ironically enough, Patrick will definitely probably do really, really good in the next tournament, because remember, a few of these legends down at the bottom, it's their debut for once. So we have Isaiah versus Terrace as the first match, which is pretty unfortunate. But yeah, like I was saying though,
Isaiah.
Like when it comes to these guys, they all made top 8 at one point in their careers so far. Out of the 4 tournaments, some have repeated certain positions, some haven't. Right, and this is more of an invitational, so it's not as important.
1, brawl.
But I think, and I say this like genuinely, I think that Patrick will eventually enter this threshold because he was able to take Core, somebody who with Yumiko completely bombshelled. Yumiko also bombshelled alone. I think she had a bad teammate, if I'm mistaken. Ironically, I think she had Alba. Yeah, Yumiko bombshelled. So now it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how a certain like characters play. And I think that, without a doubt in my mind, whoever Patrick teams up with in twos, they will excel. Because he made it to top 8 with just 4. I say that with no due respect. It was Patrick's first tournament. He was dropping 600 even in losses. Like, the man was Mr. 600 for real. He was just always damaging. He usually got 3 stocks as well. Like, he was just always playing incredibly well. And oddly enough, the 1v1 champion, the best individual in the world, is technically the same legend, just not the same legend at the same time, you know? Oh. Okay, Isaiah's starting to make that comeback. Ground pound in there. Recovery. The downer is definitely going to take his stock, and just like that, Teros has a pretty sizable lead here. With a cannon, it can definitely be diminished quickly, but I mean, Isaiah's kind of playing this very slowly. It's still the feel-out game to him, but you only get the feel-out game to lose. You only get one game to lose before you're sent down to losers, in which you're going to be fighting for your life in at least 2 sets. Isaiah doing a pretty good job of tying the stocks. The damage not so much. Down sig response. Be light. Recovery, and that's going to be it for game 1. Teros setting the tone early. Teros setting the tone very, very early. I just want to say the only way to average 3 stocks a game is if you 3-0 or 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. That's it. If you win all 10 games, only then can you average 3 stocks. If you're playing top 32, you have to win all 12 of your games straight. Think about that. And Nash has done it. Nash, I think the furthest streak is Nash with 7 or 8. 8 games in a row. I think the closest before that was like... Actually, I don't remember who was the closest before that. Ground pound. Oh. So Isaiah starting with a good lead on Miami Dome. This change of map was definitely very important for Isaiah. He's playing a lot more aggressively. I guess that first feel game was just to see how like Teros would respond to some more slow play. Kind of, shift the gears. As now Isaiah's playing a lot more aggressively. It's very much going in his favor, so hey, you keep doing what you're doing, man. It's working. Side air. Yeah, Isaiah, a pretty big lead here. Of course, Teros only really needs like 5 swings and it'll be tied. That's 3. But if Isaiah can take the stock, doesn't matter how much damage Teros produces here, he's got to take the stock. Ooh, recovery whiffs. Dodge. Cider might be enough. No, Teros with that, 6 defense? Coming in clutch. Isaiah only having like 4 or 5 power. Even ground pound won't kill somehow. So, then I will finish him off, and just like that, Isaiah with a pretty much a half stock lead here. Ground pound. Oh, trying to get the Nair, the NSIG response there. A little bit stutter stepping, and ooh, it's not the stock. Oh, he tried to go for a rough, it didn't work out. Still a really big lead for Isaiah. How will Teros... Teros doesn't seem to be combating this at all. Seems like Isaiah's kind of got that momentum. Maybe he's trying to use the Sandstorm. Ooh, the reverse recovery to answer. And Isaiah, this is exactly why he made top 8 that one time. Like, Isaiah's just playing really well. Oddly enough, I'm pretty sure that Isaiah knocked Ragnar out for that top 8.
3, 2,
it sucks,
1,
but...
brawl.
The reason I have high spawn rate is I want a weapon in their hands pretty much at all times. It's like, it's this or play Chosen bots and just have them constantly throw the weapon, because sometimes it's easier to... Oh. Ground pound. Okay. Good move there. Sidelight, try to go for a read. Oh. So Terra's with a really big lead, but Isaiah's blasters pretty much have constantly made it set, so maybe if he can stick to these blasters, he can, potentially even win this, despite the really big deficit. That was not a good side sig, and just like that, Isaiah takes Teros out. Small deficit here. These bots are really good for making comebacks. Good dodge, but no response after. Man. Recovery. You see recovery from Isaiah. Down air. But Nair will definitely do it at the top of the screen. And yeah, Teros kind of just holds his lead. He prefers the hammer against Isaiah for some reason. Maybe it's that cannon hammer matchup he really, really likes that hammer against the cannon. Whatever the case, he's got a lead, so I guess this hammer really is his signature right now, even though, his axe won him the tournament. Last time, oh, stomp share, that might be enough. Not enough, but, oh, try to sidelight. I tried to do a little bit of a backstep, and that will be the set. Teros keeping himself afloat and moving on to the second round. Oh, shit. Alright, time to change all of these rules again. I'm gonna reduce the minute timer as well. Random bot match. So yeah, Teros wins. That sucks. And Isaiah will be going to losers. Where is he? I'm not kidding when I'm gonna say it, and I'm not kidding. Next, we have a heart-shattering matchup between teammates. Actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I teamed them back up because, when they were a team, they performed incredibly well. And the reason this hurts me is because I love both of these legends. So to see them having to, fight each other is not exactly my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, next we have Dusk and Ragnar, the 9-8 matchup. Of course, if Dusk wins, this is an upset, but not as big of an upset according to seeding. This is the wrong tournament entirely.
1, brawl.
Yeah, Brendan and Amethyst were the only team to beat Dusk, and Ragnar Dusk. Oh yeah, Kaya and Koji. Ironically, Ragnar Dusk beat so many good teams. They beat Core and Patrick. They lost to Kaya and Koji, who got 3rd overall, so you can't hate on them. No, they lost to the champion in 3rd place. Or no, the runner-up and 3rd place. Can't hit him. Right now, though, Dusk actually with the lead. Sidelight. The read, the recovery. That's why I love seeing Qatar's Legends. The side sig will confirm it. That's why I love seeing Qatar's Legends in battles. That's why I like Lid 3 was so good. It's because they have patience. They have reads. These bots are actually really smart. Nair. That's the only thing I wish they wouldn't do. Why are they going for Nair? Like, what are these optimals? Dusk doesn't make it back. He overcommitted and he could have made it, but he doesn't make it back, and he overcommitted, and as a result, now Ragnar 3 stocks to 1. He's heavily damaged though. Pretty much anything will kill here. Like even Nemla might kill. Sided does the job though. I think he prefers the spear, which I am proud of him because if you don't know, he almost lost to Val because he didn't choose the spear. Once he chose the spear, we saw reverse 3-stock, 3-stock, and reverse 3-stock. I mean, right now it's not working against this Ragnar axe, but oh, I lied. I spoke too soon. Side air. And this is a really big lead to come back from. So I know he can do it, but I guess nothing's impossible. You'd have to play a perfect stock. Oh, Sidelight Sayer goes for the true combo. Albeit these bots don't give a shit about true combos. I wish they would. I wish the bots would play a little bit more humanistic. That Sider will do it. Ragnar takes game 1 by a convincing margin. Albeit they did around the same amount of damage. Probably because Dusk overcommitted, but that's not important. But yeah, like I
3,
was
2,
saying, it's just kind of
1,
weird.
brawl.
It's just kind of weird to me how like the bots aren't designed to be more humanistic, which I feel like would make for a like much more interesting approach because these are hard bots, but they don't really play like that. The only bot I actually have a challenge with is Sword because Sword is stupid. Otherwise, the bots aren't really that difficult. Like I struggle against Koji. Well, like and like Sidra, but like not really. I just struggle like I'm not like as if I'm like trying hard. I'm not like still. I'm a high level. I would consider myself a high level player. I'm in plat. I still struggle against these guys sometimes. Air, air, ground pound. I always love saying that, like how the bot protects itself. Rather than attack, it protects itself with a ground pound on axe. And it always kills, and it's such a cool mechanic. Like, it's never going to happen in a real game. Oh my god, the read. Oh, missed the delay, down air. Recovery. Jesus, what a string. What a combination of strings there from Ragnar to take again another big lead, I think. Good side air, good read. And our neutral heavy. I think the reason why we're seeing a lot of thing there, I think the main reason as to why we're seeing a lot of like Ragnar winning is just because Dusk doesn't really have a specific answer to either of these weapons. Like Spear, I feel like Spear and Axe are very similar matchup in the fact that they're both easy down air kills. Um, and it's kind of a similar thing with Orb and Guitars, albeit Orb is definitely more like what's it called? Orb is more like Hammer, where it has a variety of true combos. So I guess it's more like Hammer, where it's got a variety of true combos and a really devastating ground pound. Mainly because of the hurt box compared to the hitbox and that distance, because the orb is so far away from the player when it's used. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting because like Hammer and Axe are so similar. Ground pound will take him out just like that. The comeback king, proving his name. Tried and true, I guess. Axe versus Spear. Yeah, there isn't really a true matchup here that's like not too much even. So it's really just who can be more aggressive. Guitars are the most aggressive weapon in the game. They literally have, at the very max, no range. So the most range I can get with them is like Nair. Maybe a side air sometimes, but like Nair is the one that gives me the most BS like distance hitboxes. What a read from Ragnar to make it
Player 1
2-0.
wins.
And yeah, it seems like we're gonna have a 1A matchup in the second round. Congrats to Ragnar. That was actually a really smart way to do it. Dodge into it because he thought it wasn't gonna do anything, and then just get that cider off. Really interesting way to end the set. So we have our first 3-game set and our first 2-game set. Um, where is she? And then next we have what, the 5? So what is that, the 5 and 11 matchup? No, 5 and 12 matchup, which I think actually happened in the tournament.
Kaya.
But don't quote me on that. We have
Linfei.
Linfei versus Kaya. So that would be interesting. I I don't know who to pick in this matchup.
3, 2,
Because Kaya got
brawl.
second place, but she didn't really get anything after that. She hasn't really gone too much further since that. She's stutter stepping, so she's got energy. But like Linfei recently, you I think it was the most recent Monster tournament. But just also like we've seen her in 2s, we've seen her in 1s now. She's a bona fide like star. She's definitely capable of doing shit. So I'm just a little intrigued to see how this team, or how like she works. I mean, right now it's all Kaya. It's all just Kaya with patience, but Weechabu here is Weechabu would never use this amazing skin for some reason. And the recovery doesn't kill, but yeah, Linfei is. Alright, there goes Linfei. I lost my train of thought. Alright. Cool. Fresh. Yeah, I'm proud to see more Qatar's legends making it into the top 8. Hopefully Sentinel can make it there in ones. He's so electrifying in twos that I wish he was a ones legend. Same with Cassidy. Oh my, ground pound, Serenit kills. That's such a creative way to take out the stock. It's semi-even, I'm gonna be honest, not really, but at the same time, really, because Katars, again, can build up damage almost as fast as Axe can. Axe can do it in 3 hits. Katars needs like 12, but it really only takes a few reads. Good downsig reaction. Kaya's still kind of showing that she's got some spunk, she's got some ability. As Linfei seems like she wasn't really focused on Brawlhalla. Again, it's just a feel-out game, so I don't know. Games are always interesting because you kind of just download. You're just downloading how the other team wants to go at you, how the other team wants to how the other team wants to decide this. I'll never understand why it's called a best of series if you end it as soon as, one team wins the necessary amount to win the whole series. Oh, it's better to just call it a first to 4 or a first to 3 instead of calling it a best of 5. Because if it's not going to 5 every time, is it a best of 5? No. If it's a 3-0, is it still a best of 5? No. It's just a first to 3. Linfei on her literal last legs, and that's going to be it as Kaya takes game 1. Took a little bit more effort, but that makes sense. Even though Linfei doesn't have that high damage, Kaya doesn't have a high amount of power. So, it balances out. Ironically,
3, 2,
Linfei...
1, brawl.
Oh, I just have no idea. Let me say. Ironically, Kaya is, pretty much she's kind of a bad matchup for Linfei. Realistically speaking, because Kaya is just a generally bad matchup for Linfei because of the fact that Linfei doesn't have the range that Kaya has. So Kaya can kind of just outspace the whole game. She can obviously always be aggressive as well. Sure, Brawlhalla is meant to be a more offensive game. Passive plays kind of ruined that. Yeah, the game was always just kind of built to be more aggressive. That's why there's no shield mechanic. There's only a dodge. Ooh. Which speeds up the pace of the game by so much. Of course, just playing passive and playing patient ruins that. Yeah, that downer is a prime example of difference in distance. Again, just range of these two legends. Downsig there, questionable. For a peculiar read. Nair. Side sig. Nair to respond. Ground pound Nair! I haven't seen that in forever. I remember when Vector did that and then he won the tournament and all of a sudden Kaya did it and got second. And then every bow legend was using it. It was amazing. Because if you don't know, Vector used it to get, I think it was into winners finals over somebody to do it. And then he did it against Jaehyun as well in grand finals. He was to win probably game 2 or games, 3 or 4. Kaya's running away with it. This is looking like another 2-0 set. Can't lie. Linfei just can't find an answer for Kaya, which is very interesting because maybe Kaya has just been polishing her game, developing that slow-paced game that she's been working on the slow-paced game, and it's kind of working. I mean, she's still yet to die, whereas she could get a 3-stock while pretty much having a 10-stock. Look at her health. Look at that. A Nair is not killing somehow. Because of the specific angle. That's gonna be it for the stock. And yeah, I mean, it's not going to really get much for Linfrey, as that recovery might do it right there. Not enough, but maybe one more ground pound recovery will do it. One for the insect, interesting. And there will 100% do it. And Kaya
Player 2
2-0
wins.
over the number 5 seed Linfrey. Kind of unfortunate to see that happen and play out, but not anything I can do about it personally.
Sidra.
Something I can watch is the what 6-11 matchup? Nope, 13-4 matchup, which is going to be these two on screen. Sidra versus Vector. I will always be more of a fan of Vector, not because he
3,
won the
2,
first tournament or
1,
because of how well he
brawl.
performed in said tournament. I will always be more of a fan of Vector, solely because I actually really like the way Vector plays his bow. Vector's bow is very unorthodox and very much like how Hughes plays him. Interestingly enough. Of course, he doesn't choke nearly as much as Hughes does, but the way he... Oh, right now he's playing at a slower pace for some reason. But the way Vector usually plays against, like, pretty much anyone is just hyper, like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess hyper neutral. He's very neutral focused. He doesn't care about going off for like a quick run or anything. Yeah, he just wins engagements. He just likes to win an engagement, back off, win another neutral. He doesn't give a damn about a lead. He only cares about neutral. If he wins neutral enough, he wins the game. That's his thought process. And I mean, it's not wrong. If you do enough damage in neutral and you're pretty much getting 30, 40 damage per engagement, and your opponent's getting like 25 to 35, you're winning. You're just getting more damage per engagement. And as long as you have weapons that can kill and signature moves that can, KO, which he definitely does, you can 100% take the lead. I mean, shit, side air on Bo was enough because of how much damage he put on the Sidra on that first stop. That side sig might do it there. Nope, I lied. Now, Sidra, interestingly enough, she's very weird. Okay, well, the sidelight recovery I did not expect from Vector. Not true at all, but yeah, I didn't expect it. But what I mean is Sidra's weird is she likes to back off and then just hyper aggress. Like she'll be like, okay, she'll like fake you out, do a little pump fake. She'll back off forever, like straight up. She'll back off forever, and then just hard push you, and it's so weird. Ooh, side sig. Makes it back. Ooh, that end sig barely dodged. But yeah, she'll just... It's like, she's not playing passive. That's the thing. She doesn't wait for somebody to make a move and then counteract it. She'll just back off, and then all of a sudden she's in your face. You're like, whoa, what? She's like a backdash warrior in some kind of sense, but to a higher degree. Of course, Vector right now is not really letting her backdash at all. He's kind of just constantly forward dashing, taking her out with these neutral engagements. Good side air for game.
Player 2 wins.
Good decisive game there. But yeah, it's just a very confusing playstyle. I don't understand it, but she
3,
got second
2,
place in
1,
a
brawl.
tournament, so I can't hate on it. Especially because, I mean, okay, she just played hyper bully, and was just hyper aggressive against Lin Fei. I remember that. She was just not giving a damn about backing up. She just kept pushing like Lin Fei. And Sig. Alright. So now we're kind of seeing the main weapon of Vector, if you don't know. He has a great lance, but his main weapon has always been bow. I don't know anything about bow, so I don't know if this is genuinely like his better weapon. I would say, based on what the bots have shown me, that it's not. Like, at least for humans. Plus, whenever I play him, I just prefer the lance because, big lance noises. Cider will definitely do it. Oh, I lied. Needed another one. But usually the bots tend to like go for what isn't usually the norm, unless it's like Teros. Good nair, but like the bots usually not only are like mid-tier characters usually better for some reason, of course with the exclusion of Taros because he's so broken, of course he had to win one. But like Victor, low tier up until that down sig change. If he won a tournament before the down sig change was even a thought process, like a thought in anyone's mind. Like there's a lot of shit to think about, really. For the 2v2 top 8, I'm going to random seed it, by the way. Just cause it'll be more interesting than just watching a top 8 rematch. I'm not doing it. I don't know, this sounds interesting to me at least. I guess it wouldn't really be too much of a top 8 rematch. Oh, ground pound. Oh. I think at the very least it's all best of 5, so there's not really much penalty. That NSIG didn't connect! Down air. It's really close, actually. Yeah, this is very slow, methodical play. Good nair, or unlanded. It's just very slow, methodical play from one player, and the other one's kind of just like, alright, just make it back to stage. Good down air, and Vector with a lead. Vector without expectations is the best player on the planet. And I'm going to continue to say that. He was what? Seed number 21? It was either him or Diana. One of them was seed like number 21. But yeah, Vector was like at least in the. He was at least in like the 15, 14 ish to 22 range. 15 ish through 21 ish range. I'd like to say. What numbers? Jaeyoon got second place as the number 32 seed, and I only put him in here because I felt pity for all the Greatsword legends not having a representative. I don't regret it because it was an amazing tournament. Too bad Twitch sucks ass and didn't let me keep the stream on. Like, for some reason you have to like manually save them or whatever, or else they just won't save, which really sucks. Because that's a tournament I would have saved. Ooh, ground pound. Yeah, Vector 2-0. I was so nonchalant with that ground pound. Yeah, that a lot of upsets going on here. Back-to-back upsets, actually. And interestingly enough, we're going to go one more to the left and one more to the right. What the hell? We have Moonin and Jaein next. Two legends that have gotten second place and fifth place in the order, in that order. Hopefully they don't bear the curse and both choke out. That would be god awful for my sanity. Oh. 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 Oh yeah, Greatsword got buffed. I forgot about that. So like, maybe Jaehyun's gonna come in with the sauce. I don't know, but Moonin's losing right now for some reason. So I guess Impala's playing Moonin. I don't know what this is about right now. Hardy MJ versus Impala. Whatever the case, right now Moonin's kind of getting embarrassed, which means we're probably gonna have another upset. Crazily enough. I'm a fan of the buffs. I was actually playing Greatsword to finish off the challenges for Battle Pass earlier, so I can't really hate. Ooh. Like, I'm actually a really big fan of the weapon. I really like the concept of a heavy weapon, like, requiring strings and leads and all that. And I'm glad about the way that they did it. The only thing I'm really upset about is how punishing the weapon is to miss. Like, it feels like if you miss once, you're more punished than any other weapon. Ooh, and Jaeyoon gets it, even though it's really close for stock. But yeah, it's not like a slightly close. No, it's like a like a really close, and it's kind of a problem. Like, what the hell am I talking about? I'm not even talking about what I was talking about. When you touch the ground on a miss, it is the most punishing and penalizing thing. Like if you do a side air and you land, but like the side air accidentally is too low and you hit the ground instead, it's just over. Oh, compound. Okay. Ooh, good dodge. But yeah, it's quite literally just over. Like there's no freaking conversation. Just your whole stock's pretty much gone to any weapon. That's really the only negative. I feel like they should buff a little bit on width. Good Ensig there from Jaehyun. But other than that, I don't really hate it. Other than that, I feel like everything else is fine. It's just kind of those things that piss me off. Jaehyun with the whole great, Jaehyun with the whole great weapon of great sword on his back. I'll be honest, I didn't really think that the one seed would do too well in the first tournament because I was like, well, this is just it's establishment tournament, you know. They're not really gonna be all that good. I wasn't expecting the first place to like completely fraud out either. Just lost back-to-back sets. I mean, one of them was Jaehyun, so I can't hate them for losing in winners, but I'm pretty sure they lost and lose to somebody who lost the very next round. It's kind of interesting how tournament worked. Ooh, good little three-piece for Jaehyun to end game one. Really good three-piece there to end that game. Um,
Three,
Tournaments at
two,
this stage
one,
are
brawl.
probably the worst at specifically locating a player's level. Like, where it's just, oh, okay, one set, you know, one set of three, you win, whatever. Because, like, it doesn't gauge truly how good a player is. Because, like, let's say a person like Sancho, he has the same round every time. He has the same opponents every round. He's just completely better than pretty much 90% of the opponents. His Lord is called down again. That's like three stocks in a row. I think. Probably lying on that. But yeah, it's just since he pretty much knows his opponents in and out, at this point, he kind of feel the field for how they're playing today. Of course, that can change if like maybe losing this season or this tournament, this person, so no sense in what just consider that that person is this person, this person is that person. So like Raiders should be the balloon boy. Let's say 1 year balloon boy loses to Raiders, and that's grand final. Another year balloon boy beats Raiders, that's grand final. It's not a proper gauge of like who the true like top Raiders players are. Which is exactly why I appreciate the Royals, but I kind of wish that they would have done something more similar for the in what is it called? In like I don't like continent or region specific. So like NA East, yeah, I guess NA East and NA West would be all together. But like North American East servers, I'd happily play. I'd happily rather see like Sandstorm Raiders, Balloon Boy Boo. See all these guys play each other. Like Luna, I don't know what the hell that man went, but I think he retired with his bomb twice 2 years ago. Went outside. Yeah, just seeing each movie is the best among all of the best. Among all of the people that have placed the best in these tournament brackets. Put them all in group stage brackets. Let's see who's number one. Who really won the most? Who individually won a set as a favorite?
GG. Player two wins.
2-0. Another sweep. You had 4 of those consecutive. The top 8 is looking so top 8 right now, which is weird. Maybe they have a little bit more pressure. I don't know, but for some reason they flipped it on us.
Scarlet.
Now it's Scarlet versus Satori. I have a lot of skins for Hattori. Holy hell.
Hattori.
Um, yeah, Scarlet's the 60.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
What was I thinking about? I think that is a 60. 11. Yeah. Yeah, 60 and 11. Really good. I'm saying, every stutter step, he's bullying. You know, yes, Scarlet in 1 is definitely proved that she's much better than 2. Oddly enough, I would have loved to see Scarlet face off against, like, I would have loved to see Scarlet and Ragnar face off against each other. Just to see who, like, would have been better. Who would get to see it. But I do think we did get to see Scarlet and Morgan lose to Ragnar and Dusk, so tell you what, Ragnar's better too. I did not play both mage conflict. Yeah, Odin and Scarlet lost to Brittany Amethyst after losing to Ragnar and Dusk in the second. Whereas Ragnar and Dusk made it all the way to 5th, only just to Amethyst. Okay, so they lost to second place and third place, which I already said. Yeah, Ragnar just did really well. Ragnar only lost to overall with powerhouse. Like, Brandon Amethyst pretty deserves for that. And I feel like if Amethyst, if Bryn didn't have that timeout game, what was it? I think it was game 5 against Simple Cassidy, we probably wouldn't even have had the conversation at all. That Brandon Amethyst were like, man, they really want to get it like a championship level with it. But I don't know, Bryn wasn't having it. It didn't do it. He was just, I'm sorry.
Good game. Player
Yeah,
1
Scarlet
wins.
takes game 1 convincing.
Scarlet.
Insane. First what? First or second 600 bomb of the tournament against Linfred.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
I'll tell you what, the downfall of Sword is beautiful. But the downfall of Spirit is not so. I love Spirit, except I just hate that it's such an easy weapon to play. Like in neutral, you really want to use Endlight, Light, fish for true combat. If you can, you use Sidelight, but if it's already guaranteed, especially with these, so it's weird. Yeah, this lance is oppressive. This lance is oppressive. That's the start. Little stutter step from Scarlet, as she does. A little trademark stutter step to show who's the real boss, who's the real bully around here. That's back. Or this simplistic round top. That cider might be enough, and it will be. But Tori making it much more of a set. Maybe it's just that she's trying to figure out how to get over the hump of the lance. That's really her biggest dilemma here. Oh, Scarlet threw it away! Maybe there's a chance. Ground pound. There. Keep her up as a weapon. There. That's gonna be picked up. Shit, hammer worked really well for Terrace. Maybe. Oh, Cider. Maybe it'll work really well for Scarlet at the NC. I was right. Damn. And she picks up the hammer once again. She's like Terrace. She wants to end this set swiftly 2-0 fashion. Unlike Terrace, but with a hammer. Maybe a JV2. Oh. I love the Clash animation now. It's like they had a little circle bubble. It's so cool. Like, the visual cues. I feel like it's better than that red line that they used for clashes and stuff recoveries. Oops, cider. It might be enough, not just yet. Maybe one more of those bad boys and she will be gone. Stop and like the wow, that's petty. Oh, good response there with the name. Ground pound. Really bang this set, just like that.
Player one
Scarlet
wins.
will be keeping her throne. As a top 8. We're down to just Diana and Thor. So don't worry, we're doing
Diana.
as much until I probably fall asleep. This won't be like a, oh, okay, I'm ending this stream after, what, 30 minutes of content? An hour of content, I lied. More like 45 minutes, but, you know. I was setting up the bracket, alright? I was setting it up.
2,
Yeah,
1,
no, we have Diana and
brawl.
Thor. This is interesting. Diana hasn't really been going too far recently, but you have to acknowledge being, you know, third place in back-to-back tournaments. The first 2 tournaments, and just performing really well overall. Like, she's always just been solid. You know, she's a good like overpick. When it's like she's just a really solid like player, and she even does better in like 2 as well. She got. I know for a fact she got second to National Academy. I forgot she get what 4th. Good end Sigas that will take Thor out of the game. And ironically, I think this is a rematch. Oh shit! Wait, what happened to Diana and Roland? They frauded out in round 2. Diana and Sir Roland lost to Corin Patrick in round 1, right. Then they beat who? Jiro and Mordex. And then lost to Zolan Sidra, who lost that to Invector, who actually beat Cinnamon Cassie. They went an incredible run just to get 8th place to Corin Patrick. Okay, so they lost to a good team. They lost to a good team. I can't despise it. Albeit, I'm disappointed. I'm almost as disappointed in that team as I am with Veronix. And Naife, like that, dude, that trio of teams. Zol, Ember, Naife, and Moronix, dude, I want to see them flourish, but they're not flourishing. I have to break up one of them. I already broke up Zol and Ember, I think. Also, good move there from Thor to get that soft and Sig there again. Yeah, okay, I broke up Zola and Ember because Ember was with Chief in this tournament. By the way, Corin Patrick with the 31st seed. Just for instance, I know Zola actually did. And yeah, Diana going up 1-0 there.
Soulbound Diana.
Zola and Sidra.
3, 2,
How far did
1,
they get?
brawl.
They got about as far as. Oh, Zola and Sidra were the ones who knocked down and Roland, yeah. So they made the 3rd round. And Ember and Chief, I believe, just kind of scuffed it, right? Let's see it for this time. They were seed number 30, okay? Oh no, actually Ember and Chief went further than Zola and Sidra, so Ember unfortunately did this in Magyar, that sucks. And Rayman Rapper. Ratman is the only way I can do like this Ray Terry business song. So yeah, they actually got 12th place, only losing to Cord, Patrick, and well, Gentleman Cassidy, so They actually did really well because they tied up with Sentinel and Cassidy in the end. No, they didn't. Wait, did they? Yeah, they tied up with Sentinel and Cassidy. So that would have been interesting to see that rematch. But yeah, I've broken one of the teams up, and well, Ember went far, so I guess you could say Ember's really good. Chief did really well as well, so gotta give him his props. Chief did really well for his debut. We're about 2 minutes in so far, and only one stock has been taken. Down air. Diana the dash, dodge, side air recovery, or nair recovery. Diana's putting his ass away now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to break up Team Moronics. I don't want to break Team. I don't want to break up Team Nye and Faye. Like I love Moronics. Ooh, good down. I love Moronics, but I don't think I can give them a chance. They stuck it. I mean, not like Nye and Faye did much better, but they did play against a team that they played against Patrick. They were one of the first teams to really face the rap of Patrick. You know, that's just demoralizing for teams. Like, people genuinely don't understand how hard it is to beat a team like that. Two hammers, they have an axe. You know, gauntlets can always be really good for team setups. Like, in a 2v2 setting and a 2v2 spectrum, they have three really good weapons. Heavy hitters that can finish it. So like if you dodge the first one, you have the second heavy hitter coming in. Good cider. Just a lot of really good finishing plays that you can make with those kinds of weapons because the axe is really good for twos. I hate it. Diana keeps her throne as well. Now we're down to the GOAT so far. Where in the hell is he? The 2 and 15 matchup. Which, if I'm not stupid, is a run back. Sorry, it just looks better. Yeah, we got Magyar and Nash next. So, this is a rematch. This is 100% a rematch.
2, 1,
because when Nash, I think when Nash got, I think when Nash won his first championship, or not his first, his second championship after coming in through the losers bracket, he had to beat Magyar to do so. I think he was the one who sent Magyar home. And now Magyar looking for revenge. His hammer's a lot more polished than what it looks like sidelight. There. Oh! Drop home with snare. Oh, flash. Gotta get the true combo off. And Magyar finally finds the kill. Finally getting the stock off. Now we can see the signature spear. I think Magyar is definitely more of a hammer legend. At least the body is. Good ground pound. I don't know. I see a few good greatsword moves and strings, but he's nowhere near like Jane level. And Arcadia is kind of a spear. I would say Mako's definitely more in twos at least. Mako's more guitar oriented for team setups, but in ones definitely more greatsword oriented. Which is an interesting way to throw people off, because that means you're a master of both of your crafts. Magyar's just strictly always been like very intuitive. Jaren's always been very greatsword intuitive, but his sword can always come flesh. He knows how to use the 6. He knows how to use the notice. Right, back to this little duet, and yeah, this is just not a duel Nash wants to see. That incident put him away. That's just not a duel in Nash's favor, like at all. So, if anything, I think Nash should keep away from this, because it's not been working for him at all. Literally at all. He's lost both times that they've had this altercation. They've been around the same range to start. Good ground pound, and now we're gonna see that Nash spear come to play. This thing's won him championships. 4 of them. Albeit, Arcadia was definitely finals MVP last time. You know, he was still a very big contributor to that. Oh my god! I was wrong! Look at this greatsword go! No, he's polished the greatsword. Magyar has definitely polished the greatsword. Albeit it's a little broken, just a little cracked in a few places, but he's polished his greatsword a lot. This is not the same. He pulled out a 4-string, I think. Pretty sure he pulled out a 4-string. Like, that's just not something you see. This is not vintage Magyar. Oh, he wants the hammer, stomps air. Starts to do it side air. Nash starting to figure it out a little. He dodges. We're back to the hammer ditto. And he gets the nair, so there is no ditto. Nash with an incredible clutch there. 5 damage and difference. Nash getting that one off. Just barely. Really clutch game. Really clutch last stock there for Nash. Like, that really came down purely to the wire. 5 damage difference, man. Probably around like a 10 damage difference before that nair. Alright, now we're kind of seeing a signature weapon versus actually Magyar. I lied. Magyar is 100% confident in this greatsword now. This is his signature weapon. Look at this little 3-piece. He's piecing the shit out of out of Nash with spear. Honestly, when I first bought Shovel, I was like, I'm scared of what Shovel will do in tournament, but here's what we got opinion, so I'll tell you what, Shovel is definitely not Nash. And I'm never buying Becky Lynch, so don't worry about her. There's not going to be 3 Nashes ever. Oh. Uh-oh. Yancey barely misses. Stops there. Nash has got momentum, even though this is the momentum shift now. Nash seems to have all the momentum right now. Of course, Magyar finally taking that stock after a really good start with the greatsword. Picks up his signature hammer. And that side of a boy would be enough. Seems he wants the hammer. No, he wants the spear. The weapon starting. He's not just picking up the spear. He's making sure the next stock he has is a spear as well. He really wants the spear against the greatsword. Probably just against Magyar in general. I think he understands that that's where he went, that's where he went right. That's where he did a lot better. These downers they're so demoralizing. Like, good recovery there. It's like, you gotta think about it. They literally put you down. They physically put you down. Good side air. Not enough. Oh, no major sig. I was gonna say, no major sig from Nash. He was spacing it. Good dodge. Oh, good dodge again. There's still no major sig connection. There's the side sig. That's the one. Picks up a fresh one just in case, I was getting a little bit more damage. You don't want to lose it. Oh. Ooh, could be risky. Good recovery there. I think delay is the best off-stage move for a greatsword outside of like Juicy Sidelight. But Juicy Sidelight's more of a kill move anyways, so just freaking that. Like regular delay has so much range. Ooh, that might be it. No, so much defense on this, man. I mean, Magyar only has like 4 power at the cost of 9 defense, so. Now, this seems like it's half a stock, and against Nash, it could definitely be half a stock. But we're talking about Magyar here, and Magyar has the weapon advantage, and using it pretty much properly as hell, kind of keeping him away from the weapons. Let me pick one up here, yep. Gets the hammer. The cider might be enough, not yet. Gets back the down sig to read the dodge in that. That's Nash. In the nicest way possible, that is Nash. That is Nash. An absolute beast on the glass. And that's, yeah, another hogwash. I just want to mention, I don't know how many, you want to know how many 3-game sets there were? Taros versus Isaiah. Taros versus Isaiah. That was the first set. They set the tone? No. He didn't set any tones.
Dusk.
And now we're getting right into Isaiah versus Dusk. Like, what the hell just happened? That entire... What do I say?
3, 2,
like,
1.
genuinely? No joke, no BS. What do I say? Like, That's just insane. And Dusty's getting embarrassed now, as Isaiah is proving why he took the game off of the resident singles best. Jesus, he's just piecing the shit out of Dusk. Orb might need a buff. Good cider. Holy hell, Downer Sir from how high? Not the second, the first one. Downer picks up the spear. I guess both of them on. I mean, I think we all know Isaiah's signatures, the blasters, but his cannon's also been great. If you look at Chief, it's definitely the opposite. Blasters are great. Again, I've only seen Chief in 2s, so I can't say much. Shit. Chief's definitely been more consistent. Yeah, they're using the cannon, especially in 2s, than the blasters. So they're just kind of proficient in different ways. And I like how their playstyles shift. Ooh, good cider. Let him back on the stage. Terrible idea, but he gets the kill anyways. And only cost him pretty much his entire stock. Oh. That was risky. Good jump. And light. Oh, good down air there. Yensig lead as well. Ouch. Just like that, I say with a big lead. Incredible lead here. It used to take 4 hours. I do. Topic usually takes about an hour and a half long, and the fact that we're already looking at an hour is saying a lot. Because this is only round 1 of losers, and there's what, 4 matches left in losers. We still got another. Just in losers, we have like another 8. We have. Of course, excluding this round. The ground pound, we have. We have like another 10 sets to go. With just losers back in. I didn't get me started on winners. Winners has. Isaiah takes game 1. Another 600 damage game. Winners has. The next round, I think, is only 4, and then after that, 2-1.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Grand finals. So more or less like 10. No, not at all. 4, 2, 1. So about 8 or 9. 8 sets. So at the very least, another 18 sets, and like solid. I like to see 8 of them. I think like 8 or 9 of them. So like half of them are best of 5s. So or first to 3s. Recovery, it's not killing. Nothing's killing, but I'm kind of just impressed by how many 2 sips they've done. Isaiah's probably gonna make a loser's run, considering he's the only one to actually take a game off of the winner. The set winner. Oh. Of course, if you see in the beginning of something miraculous, I really doubt it. But it's a possibility nonetheless. Cider, Nara. Another cider from Isaiah. His signature move, the cider. Ground pound. Recovery. Just kind of keeping Gus a little bit close and it's a little bit far. And Light Sare. Just look at what he's doing. He's just kind of keeping him at bay. But it's working, so. Yeah. Powers down and like. Down Sig as well in Dusk, taking that stock. But again, it's costing him a stock. At least it takes just. Good and sick. And this is kind of the problem with the star. If it's going to cost him 2 stars, then it's going to cost him basically. like the rest of this stock as well, just to take that second stock down. I mean, shit. I have to say this into more, less damage than the first stock was. I mean, it's basically a JB3 almost. It's like 3 or 4 hits away from JB3. If right, down and shutting everything down, man. I mean, Dust can't even try to get started because Isaiah's just too hot right now. Yeah, it's really close. Maybe one more. No, the N-Sig whiffs down there. Down pump whiffs down there. Is it down there? The recovery will decide it. Dusk is officially out of the tournament. Thank you for participating in this invitational, but yeah, no, hey, you got Molly on. Alright, we're moving from the circle. Oh shit! Next it's Linfei and Sidra? Oh, yeah, Sidra did get worked by Vector. So numbers, what, 3 and 4? No, 4 and 5 are going to be facing off against each other right now.
3,
Unfortunate.
2, 1, brawl!
If you make it into the mid-season invitational, just think of it as like an all-star game, I guess. Kinda. Alright, pause for a second. Just make sure everything in the stream's going alright. Everything seems to be fine. I think I am gonna have to do top 16 and top 8 separately, because this is... If I still got like what, 17, so that's like... I still got another 20, because this first round is I'm going to do all the way to the side the top 8, and I'm going to set that out. Do all that stuff tomorrow, and end it. I don't think I'm going to do the 2 between. Actually, I might. Yeah, I will. I'll try. I'll try to remember to do it. Down there. Yeah, I'm still so sore from playing basketball like 2 days ago. Because I worked myself hard as shit. I'm excited. Okay. Ooh, side sig. Oh, good response there. This is unironically a winners finals rematch, and so far it's still going in the favor of Sidra. So if that says anything about how this tournament's going to be, then I don't know. Because if it's just going to be more of, the person who won is going to keep winning, then I guess we can expect Teros or Nash to be champion. Because, yeah, I don't think Vector's ever faced Teros. So that'll be a new one. But hey, Nash has faced both. Nash got sent to losers bracket, I think, via Vector in the first tournament. If not the first, then probably the second. Actually, no. No, because the second one, freaking Vector frauded hard and just was first run exit. Valenhall number. Really rough to see. I think that Vector and Nash have at least faced once, but Nash has definitely faced Teros. But I feel like I remember in my heart of hearts seeing Nash beat Teros.
Victory!
Good side seeker from Sigurd. 600 damage again from winner. Yeah, Nash beat Teros in Um,
Three,
tournament
two,
3.
one, brawl.
It was either tournament 1 or tournament 3. I think it was tournament. Yeah, okay. I know for a fact that it was tournament 1, actually. Yeah, yeah, because Teros got 7, technically 8, top 8, right? In a 3-1 loss to Nash, who then lost to Caspian, I believe? No, to Jayu, who then lost, who then only lost to Vector, freaking, in second. But I think they actually had a run back in tournament 3. Nash lost like really early to Kaya or Ember, one of the two. I think because of that, they actually faced in top 4, and that's why. I mean, hey, Nash got his get back because he then sent Ember home in the last tournament, so as well. Good recovery there, good response from Sidra. And Sidra's just playing out of her mind right now. I don't know what the hell happened on the twos, but she knows. I know what the hell happened on the twos. I know why like Sidra's playing so well and why she's playing so hyper aggressive against this thing. But she couldn't win in 2v2s. She was winning in 1v1. So the lore behind this. In the first 2v2 tournament, I believe that was broadcasted, so you can go fact check this. Azoth and Sidra weren't too good, alright? That was a terrible side take. Azoth and Sidra, they weren't the worst, they weren't the best. I think they lost in the first or the second round. Like, they lost winners first round, I think. And then in the second or third round, after that, like the second or third round, Nai and Faye actually sent Sidra and Azoth home. And this is where Azoth got his nickname Mr. 600. The reason for that is because he had an 800 damage game, a 700 damage game, and a 600 damage game. All in the span of 3 games. Like, in a set first to 2, best of 3, or whatever, he ended up getting that much damage, and Sidra ended up being overlooked. Sidra didn't play well at all, though, so it was kind of her fault, really, that they were losing. Well, whereas Nai went off as well. I think she had one 700 damage game, and then Faye also had a 600 damage game. Yeah, pretty much. Faye was always the sidekick to Nai during their deep runs. Good end save. Wait, oh my god, wait, hold on. Ignore that. Oh, that's terrifying. I like the side sig, and Lin Fei makes it a set. We're going to game 3. 600 damage. We're seeing it more dominant, but it's a set. It's not just another blowout.
Three, two, one.
Yeah, Sidra and Azoth actually lost. And then, for some reason, Azoth and Raymond became a team, did even worse, but yeah. I think Zol and Sidra are now a team and they're actually pretty solid, so they might stick together. Yes. Okay, so Sidra and Azoth were a team, right? Sidra's off. I think it was called. They were like a team, and it was so cool to see them, like, mainly Azoth, because he started the show carrying Azoth, or Sidra's bum ass. The politest way I can say it is that, because you said it. And so Lin Fei and like Nai got all the glory, because no, they lost in the first round of losers bracket, or in the first round of winners bracket. Like, in the very first set they played in, they lost. I think it was actually just 0-2, or maybe 1-2, 2-1 loss. And then after that, they only lost to what's their name? Recovery. They only had lost to Zol and Ember. And the reason why this is so important is because Nai and Lin Fei because they lost that first set, they had to play just to win the tournament. They would have to win, and I'm gonna put. Oh my god! Wow, that was unfortunate. Linfei's really just about to take Cidra's whole career. They would have to win losers round 1, 2, losers top 16, top 12, top 8, top 5, top 4, top 3, losers finals, grand finals, and grand finals reset. They'd have to win 10 sets in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they'd have to win 10 sets in a row. Not just 10 total, 10 in a row to win the whole tournament. You don't know how many they won? 8. They made it past losers finals. They made it to grand finals. They did. They made it all the way to grand finals. Queen Nai and Linfei had a historical run. Linfei had a game where she took all 6 stocks with only like 400 damage. She also had multiple 600 damage games. You know, Queen Nai went crazy. She had multiple 800 damage games, multiple several 600s, numerous appearances. One of the best games. Yeah, Lin Fei actually beating out Sidra. That's another upset. But yeah, so Sidra kind of got her get back by sending Lin Fei down to 3rd place in the tournament. But it's such an interesting lore to it. Like when you think about it. Bye bye, Sidra. This is the second time now that Citra's been sent down in a best of 3 by Lin Fei. But yeah, it's such like a cool little piece of the puzzle. Who was it? Okay. Atori and who else? Moonin? Right. Sure, we'll use Deathly Presence just for the emos. The few weirdos out there that actually like this skin. I despise you, but yeah, the skin is kind of tough sometimes. I don't like it though. But yeah, just straight up, Lin Fei and Queen Nai had a historical run, winning 8 straight sets, and the only ones that they lost were they actually got their get back. I think they lost to Ragnar and Dusk, ironically, and then won, and then beat them, and then not Ragnar and Dusk, then another like really good team that went far. But I know for an absolute fact that, you know, they lost a 4-game set 3-1. They lost to Zolan Ember, and Ember won Finals MVP. Interestingly enough. Um, Mirage and Onyx did so well that tournament as well. But yeah, it was the best game of the entire tournament. I think I'd have to say was the game where Onyx had 800 and okay, if I'm not mistaken, Onyx had like 800. Mirage had like I think 500. Lin Fei only had like 300, but Queen Nai had like almost 900 and like 880 something. If I'm not mistaken, it was something, or maybe it was like 780 around there. It was either 780 or 880ish. But that game was so cool. Despite Lin Fei not playing too well, the absolute battle that just happened between those two, like no glazing. It was such an incredible battle. And I 100% am going to probably rewatch that now that I remember. That whole set was amazing. It was a 5-game set. It went crazy. I think it was a reverse 3-0. Actually, no, I think Lin Fei and Queen Nai went up 2-zip. And then Mironix brought it back. And then in game 5, you know, everything kind of just went to shit for Mironix. Overall, it was a really good set. It was a really, really good set. I really liked it. Jesus. I mean, right now, Moonin is kind of leading, but still no KO. So, right, I lied. There's the KO, and yeah, just like that, Moonin and Hattori or Moonin is now leading over Hattori. So there's that. The most recent MVP was Amethyst. Frick, that's cool. With 3.1 KOs per game. Oh my nasty angle there for the NSIG. The most perfect of angles. Grand Finals MVP going on Arcadia. Seeing how good of a team Nash and Arcadia is impressive because of the fact that Arcadia has never missed top 8. Oh my god, Hattori! What the hell was that? Hattori just sent Moonin. Just sent her to the blast zone personally and kind of took her ass out there. No dinner. Crazy.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
But yeah, that whole cell is amazing. What else is I thinking about? Yeah, Ember in that 4-game series was really good in terms of like she averaged like 3.3 KOs, 3.25. That's what it says here, like 450th damage per game. Well, ironically, Zol only averaged around 480, 490 maybe, and well, I think it was like one accidental fall, but he had way less KOs. It was only like 2.5. Like there was a few falls. Because you got to think about it. There's also the times where they lose. So there's like a lot of games only like 2 KOs. Nash, I did the stats very specifically. He averaged nearly 480 damage per game and 2.7 KOs per game, which is more than Arcadia. Yeah, Arcadia didn't do well in that first set. Let's just say that. Diana and Roland hogwashed in that first set, but the reset was 100% up. Arcadia, though, brought it this year, dealing 13 less damage per game than Nash's set, Nash's performance against both the MVP and Bryn. Well, she averaged like 0.11 more KOs per game, so she was more impactful that way as Modin takes to get another stock here. Dude, Queen Knight had probably the most dominant MVP ever. This is like what's his name? Wilt Chamberlain. But like she genuinely had more 600, 700, 800 games combined than she did below 500. And that is going to be game 2, Moonin making it a set as well. Only 500 damage, that's what I like to see. But, yeah, as I was saying, Queen Nai genuinely had more 600, 700 damage games combined than she did games below 550. So, as the benefit of the doubt, I gave her. I was obviously not able to go through every game, but let's be honest, she had like 560 damage per game, averaged over 3 KOs. I think for a fact she averaged over 3 KOs because she was carrying the hell out of Lin Fei for a good amount of losers, especially early. And once Lin Fei locked in, the bigger the games got, the further the more locked in Lin Fei was up until the times. Nash also really, really dominant. He was getting like 500 damage a game. And he was getting much more KOs. Not the same as Queen Mai, but he was getting as much as ever was in the Grand Finals. And I think the reason people don't understand why. I think that people don't understand why, like, your stats usually, like, drop from the most of the tournament to that Grand Finals is because you're literally playing the only other team. Like it's the two teams that won it the most, so you're both on like the highest levels of pressure. So of course you're gonna falter a little bit, unless you're like the board injecting steroids. But apart from that, fact that we have, apart from the fact that you're playing against the only other team in the tournament, there's also the fact that you gotta think about if you're coming in from winner's side, you have momentum, but the team that just won a set is facing you now. So they have even more momentum than you, especially if it was a close set, because now they're like, we just clutched, we feel unstoppable, we can clutch again, we can do this, we can do that. So you're coming in with a lot more momentum than most people would think about. This is the second time where the grand, for God's sake, that was a good pickup. This is the second time out of three tournaments in which the MVP, like the Grand Finals MVP, and the MVP are. I remember this is the second time where the MVP of the entire tournament was not. And this is the second time where it was not the Grand Finals MVP, but also it's the second time where the MVP of the whole tournament was, for a lack of better terms, the, the runner up, like the runner up of the whole tournament. Like Amethyst, by far a massive like drop in comparison to Nash and Queen Nai. 470 damage per game, which my threshold is if you hit 450, you did about the league average. League average. If you do 400, you did enough to be considered a role player as, yeah, Hattori wins at 560. Nice. And unfortunately for me, that means Moonin's out. So, yeah, this will not affect seeding in any way, shape, or form. This is just a little fun. That I cooked up just because I was bored, and I didn't want to spend an entire night doing this because I was not going to spend an entire night doing this. So I actually have two heavy men. Oh, but yeah, the fall off for Amethyst, she did really, really good. But I ain't gonna lie. If they would have won, I would have probably given it to Bryn. If they would have won the whole thing. Not the MVP, but the Grand Finals. Because Bryn went off. But, yeah, the threshold. Like, my personal threshold of how I scale things is if you did anything below 400, you were pretty much inactive in the game. If you did 400 to 450, if you did below 450 but above 400, you you stayed afloat. You weren't dead weight. You weren't useless. You did a decent enough job. If you do 450 to 480, you did around league average. You did good. You did a solid job. Now then, 480 to like 510. That if you're consistently getting that 480 to 510 damage per game, you're a really good player. Well, I guess you're a really good bot. You're a really good legend. Think about Hall of Fame series. If you're consistently getting, these 500 damage, these high 400, low 500 damage games, game in and game out, you're a very important piece to a winning puzzle. Of course, none of this applies to 1v1s, as in 1v1's KO efficiency. Literally just get the kill. It doesn't matter. If you get no damage, but you average 0 damage, 0 KOs per game, but you can convince people to pretty much take themselves out, you win, right? Yeah. Good there. Right now, Maggie with the lead, but that's gonna cut it. Yeah, he doesn't touch. But in twos, the damage threshold kind of just scales how elite of a legend you are, in my opinion. Like, for example, Bodvar in the first tournament, elite. Arcadia was definitely not the better teammate, in my opinion. Like, okay, she was the more explosive teammate, which is different. As that depends more on consistency. She was the X factor. She was the one that could go off for 600 damage, you know, or could have like a 400 damage game, right? Versus somebody who, like Bodvar, who was consistently getting that, is an amazing support to have. Somebody who's consistently getting that 500 damage is very much an amazing supporter. An amazing, like, that's a great teammate to have. Because that means they're probably, in the way that they're getting it, of course, that could be empty stats. Like, if they're just constantly, fighting somebody one-on-one, or trying that person, but they fight this other person, they're getting dogged on, that's empty stats. Because you'll probably not win that one.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Game 2. Yeah. So, like, to see an MVP not even average 500 damage is crazy. But you gotta think, the game has evolved and a lot of people are starting to slow down. So seeing all these 500s every game is crazy. So you gotta think about it. Okay, Queen 9 was literally pulling the greatest carry job out of her ass. That team played the most sets that day by far. The team they faced in Grand Finals had only played what? 1, 2, 3, 4 semis, winners. They had only played like, including that before that set, like 7 sets. Can you imagine playing like what? 4 more sets than your opponent? And some of these are proving game 5 really close, like exhausting sets as well. Versus pretty much 3-0s, 2-0s, and a few 4-game, 5-game situations right now. Like it's so much of a mental thing. It's so much more like physically and mentally exhausting. You're playing more games, not just more sets, but also more games. Like literally anyone has to bracket. Yeah, it has to make sense. But yeah, seeing like, okay, because Queen Knight was the greatest carry job in this game. Like before Tom Porter. And then Nash. He didn't perform the greatest carry job, but this was definitely a narrative. This was definitely less narrative and more just straight up performance. He was put through a good amount of 2v1s that didn't look good for Arcadia at all. Yeah, it's like Arcadia dying in some situations. Obviously 4D and 2v2 isn't the best. But the way that Arcadia was dying in some of these situations was kind of remarkable at times. And so it just, Nash had to do 2v1s and he was watching and absolutely the fuck out of them. Like he had a set winning, I think it was game 4 or game 5 over Braden Amethyst. Braden Amethyst in their first tournament together to get just to winners finals. This is like the winners semis. Just get that far. He was just constantly out. So he was constantly getting 500 damage a game. He was constantly.
Good game.
I believe it was a 2-0. Yes, it is. He's not going for the overnight. Where is it? Maggie Waggy. He's gone.
Teros.
Hey, I get to see a soul-shattering set. Right here versus Teros.
Teros.
I have more than just good colors for Teros. I have amazing colors for Teros. Yeah, just seeing, and most people are like, what the
3, 2,
fuck?
1,
480,
brawl!
right? It wasn't even like a consistent elite player. The game is slowed down. A lot of these players are evolved. That's what I think Bryn is the more consistent one. That's something that people don't know. Bryn is the one that's the consistent. She's the support. But she's not very herself. It's spiritual. She could pull up their job. But it's not her job to do so. It's 100% on what's her name, amethyst, whether or not they win. Each person is performing to win. You know, if amethyst is playing at a mediocre level, then you're not going to do it. And it's similar to Sam Cassidy. Sentiment not going too well. Team itself is going to be doing too well. Cassidy could have his 600 games. He could have those consistent 550 games, even 550 games. But if second plays good, just good, not even great, just good, they'll win. They're getting that constant 460 damage a game. And sometimes exploding for these high-ass damage games, these great games, these amazing games. Like, that would be the exact reason as to why. So these would be the reasons as to why. Really good drop on the end of the terrace right now, the massive food. Yeah, these will like attribute, these will be the biggest reasons as to why you'll see you'll see like the top to the top. Like, there's three main archetypes that I've seen that work. The team synergy, which isn't so much team combo focused, but the teammates are always aware of each other's surroundings. They're always aware they're always doing support. Let's take a team like Neuronix, for example. Neuronix is very interesting in which they have an 8 defense level, and they have a 4 or 5, I think 4 defense level in Mirage. And that doesn't work too well. As one person is has twice the defense of the other, so you think, oh, we can target Mirage. You can't do that.
Victory!
Good little 2-step for Terra 600. So you cannot double team Mirage because Onyx is very willing to support Mirage, and if they get into their team combos, you're really screwed. Because once they start hitting team combos, that's an innate amount of damage. That's like a really, really big amount of damage. You have Spear, you have Gauntlets, you have Cannon. Wow, that is the craziest way to lose yourself. But these are all tried and true 2v2 weapons that have very freaking succeeded in won tournaments before in real life. There wouldn't be any big shocker if it happens in tournament. Now then, it's not just done with, it's not just over at that. Oh my god, Ragnar's homie stuck 20. It's not just done at the fact that you can't double team Mirage. It's like, oh, but I'll just double team Onyx. I think I've seen Mirage have more 700 damage games than Onyx. Like, Onyx is a consistent. Onyx gets like 600 damage, they win. But when Mirage gets 700 damage, they will win. No matter. Like, pretty much no matter what. If Mirage is on, she is on and lit, and she will clutch up. She will do whatever the hell she needs to do to win that game. I don't think I've ever seen Mirage ever lose. Like, Mirage lose if Mirage went off. Or vice versa. If, like, Onyx goes hard off, like, if she goes crazy off, Mirage is always getting 500 in. That's like her thing. She's the consistent piece. She's the DPS. She's the main support. She's the one that's kind of like doing everything, setting it up for Onyx to succeed. You know? There's no real way to like have a conversation about it. It's just what's happening. Good on light. Oh shit, this is a best of 5, I just realized that. Ground pound, good ground pound. This is the best of 5, I'm stupid. But, yeah, it's literally just not the same. to be game 2.
Player
Taros up
1
2-0
wins.
over Ragnar. This is not the first or second time that I've seen Taros mollywop Ragnar in a tournament 1v1 setting.
Three, two, one, brawl.
But, yeah, just at face value. Like, at face value, because of the evolution of teams, and again, archetypes, there's not much you can do. There's the team-oriented that I told you with Moronics. There's the tank and DPS tanks that they call it, like, you know, in the think of like Overwatch tank and then like damage, where there's no support but you can't heal. Yeah, think of like the tank and like the damage dealer for the team, right? Right? Just think of how like, that's like some teams set up. They'll do like a major tank and then they'll do a couple of DPSs. Oh yeah, Brawlhalla has that in 2v2. Cody, Travis, and Faison are an amazing example of that. With the Barraza, Kaya, Barraza, Wushang, whatever. But, in my opinion, the best example of this in Bothalla is Lin Fei and Queen 9. Another amazing example of this can kind of be Nash and Arcadia. I say kinda because they fit more of the other archetype I'm going to talk about. Sentinel and Cassidy did not fit this role. They're more team-oriented. I'm trying to think of teams, like, what did Taros actually fit this archetype? Barraza Thatch is actually a perfect example, ironically, for this, now that I think about it. Barraza is a 8 defense legend with an amazing amount of power and an ability to kill. Thatch is a glass cannon. Shocker, Pirate Boy, glass cannon. They had to give it some kind of theme. Where he has no defensive upside, but his offensive, his 7 power, his 6 speed-ish, pretty much makes up for all of that. And because of the fact that it just makes up for all of that, you can essentially run this where Barraza pretty much tries to take the hits for Thatch, as Thatch just goes in there, plays hyper aggressive, and you can't really punish him because Barraza's there to tank the hits for Thatch. And if not tanking, he'll be giving these massive damage hits as well. Having 6 or 7 power, you can definitely dish it out as well. So you have this tank and DPS playstyle that annoyingly really works well. Well enough to at least have like multiple teams in the top 8. You know, performing at this level. Barraza and Thatch have made it there twice. There's what's his name? Like I said, Nash and Arcadia to an extent because of Arcadia's low defense and Nash's decent enough defense. You know, Nai and Faye, another amazing example of this, where Faye plays hyper aggressive. They can sometimes bite them in the ass, but Nai is such an amazing tank that it works out.
Wow. Player 1 wins.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect the 3-0. Ragnar goes down. I was expecting at least one game taken there. I was wrong. Really good nair there from Taros to take the set. Remember, this is winners, so nobody's losing. Nobody's missed their emblem yet. Bit of a shame. Oh hey! What could have been, I guess. This could have been a top 4 matchup, but Magyar ruined that. It was Magyar. No way. No. Vector got 5th in a different tournament. Okay, what's her name? Wait, Queen Nai is ground pound. Nice. Queen Nai is very, very much an absolute mega tank. Dish probably being best at both dishing and defending. I think like simultaneously. She has absolutely no dexterity at like fucking four, and she's piss easy to play as well. She has like 3 speed. I think legend I can go to 2. Highly regarded as one of the worst, if not the worst legends in the game. But regardless of how good Queen Nai is, I don't give a fuck. She is an amazing 2v2er because of the fact that she can tank so many hits for a decent defense legend in one thing. Of course, my team just realized put her in a 2-1 situation. You guys have like 4 stocks, she only has like 2, she's not winning that regardless. But yeah, it really just becomes a matter of, okay. Good cider, I was trying to see the stock come out. The stock being taken in, but yeah, it becomes a matter of who can you really take out confidently. Because yeah, Linfei might make mistakes, but Queen Nai doesn't really. She gets the luxury to make mistakes. She can also make the mistakes for Linfei. Pretty much they just cover each other really well. Good recovery. A lot of safe options coming out here for Vector, as we see champion versus the protege in essence. Good recovery. Ooh, okay. Good ground pound there as Kaya takes a lead. We saw I think another Lance Legend, Scarlet, with Spear or something. Recovery doesn't hit, Nair, Clash. Sidelight Nair, Sarah doesn't hit. That might kill it, will. Not might, it will. But yeah, just the tank and non-tank duo is kind of pretty common because how many legends are actually genuinely tanky. They choose to pair up with these weaker teammates that not as much health, but they can both synchronize and synergize really well. Ironically, ooh, another really good team. Down sig from Factor, what a clutch there. Amazing down sig, almost 700. That's unhealthy. Yeah, another really big problem. And I genuinely
3, 2, 1, brawl!
At least when it comes to this archetype, is if you just take out the really weak opponent, like quickly enough, you'll be in a much better position to just 2v1 the person with high defense, even with high defense. It's a little bit too much pressure. The major flaw with the teamwork is because they're usually not too very well oriented in like frickin' solo play, so they won't usually focus on being solo. They'll always focus on covering each other's asses. So if you can force them into a solo situation, then it'll actually turn out very much favorable for you. I mean, an amazing / perfect example of this is kind of the downfall of Veronix. Maybe it was when Mirage kind of started to falter a little bit. Mirage, or when Onyx started to falter a little bit. That's when like Queen Nai and Faye figured out, oh, we can just put them in these 1v1 scenarios. Of course, don't get me wrong, Mirage is a great 1v1er. She even got top 12 once. She's a let's say good 1v1er. She can hold her own. Good recovery there. She can hold her own against even like 2 top 3 level 1v1ers. Bleacher Boo and Fiend. me and Onyx slash Experience. They can obviously do their own. They can do their own thing. They can do their shit, but it's not really a conversation to be had. Just in respects to how things play. Yeah. It's just if you can force them into one-for-one scenarios and they're not really proficient at that, which, I mean, getting ninth place isn't the worst, so I can't think there, but Onyx historically wasn't the best at this. Like, it wasn't really known for her ones, it still isn't known for her 1v1s. So, you can't really dictate much there. She quite literally just isn't known for her 1v1s. Like, at all. It's just not her play. It's not her match, that's not her setting. Because of the fact that it's quite literally just not her setting. We look at, what's her name? Ooh, good stock there from Vector, but now he's got a big hurdle to climb through again. Just when you look at how much of a hurdle it is for Onyx for some reason to break through this barrier of not being able to play ones, you can exploit that, especially if the next time you have a 1v1 tournament, you're getting third place. 1-1, Paya ties it up. You can exploit that weakness consistently. And they win the set, which they did. So.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
The last and probably the best team composition is the double powerhouse. The one that consists of a really consistent player, not just a tank, not just a tank support, or like a tanky support, like somebody that has really good all-around stats, like, let's say, like, instead of having like a Zarya, who's kind of a tank, having more of like a Bothalla where his stats are kind of more meshed evenly. Like an Rayman, if he ever does, decides to develop that playstyle of hyper aggressive, freaking garbage. But if we ever see like a Bryn or a Bodvar, and even Zariel somehow, I don't know how, but somehow, you look at these legends and they're like, these guys are all very consistent in what they do because they have great all-around stats. They're all-rounders. They can pretty much do everything at a great level. They can defend, they can support, they're decently fast. They can't hang with the top tippity top. But the tippity tops have major weaknesses because of the fact that they're fast. Because of the fact that they're agile. Wait, this, and that, right? Like, there's a lot of shit that, can be done. Because of this, I'm an all-rounder. I can't hang with the very best, but the very best can't hang with me in certain other aspects. Like, if I'm Bryn, I have 6 feet, so Thea's gonna be way faster than me. But Thea can't hit as hard as me. Thea's not gonna live as long as me. And that's what makes them such great individual legends as well. That's why if you look at like Mirage, her stats aren't the best, but she's kind of, outside of 7 power, she's kind of an all-rounder that works for Onyx. But the perfect example of this, ironically, would be Amethyst and Bryn. Diana and Roland, Nash and Arcadia. Like, what? How the hell do these teams have any correlation? You're not right. Nash is a semi-all-rounder, really, for any stat that isn't like all-around. I'd say it's probably dexterity. I think it's only a 3 base hit. Overgriven Scarlet, where this double powerhouse, and you're like, what? Number one, you need a heavy weapon. Alright? Cannon, heavy weapon. Lance, heavy weapon. Hammer, heavy weapon. Axe, heavy weapon. I'm gonna take Terrace and Luna. Alright, number two, both legends on the team have to have around 5-ish defense so that they can survive a decent amount on their own without needing support, right? And number three, you need one really, like, you need one legend to have a really dominant stat. In Nash and Arcadia's, stage, Arcadia, albeit she has 4 speed and 4 dexterity, beside her, that's going to be game 2 going to Vector, or game 3, my bad, going to Vector.
Player 2
If they would have convincing game 3, I mean, 70 damage again, crazy, but, he's getting it done. Slowly but surely, he's getting it done. Kaya and Koji actually fit this mold somewhat, because they have kind of both legends. Because Kaya's really hyper defensive, but Koji's got very somewhat semi-balanced stats, aside from like the 8 dexterity, of course. Everything else is kind of very solid at 4, 5, 5, or 4, 4, and 5 around there. And Kaya, she got 4, 7, 4, 7. And this works because Koji gets most of the damage, whereas Kaya supports perfectly. He can really see him and take his hits. But also he can take his own hits for it. He can also take a decent amount of hits. Yeah, these are more team-oriented styles. With the difference between Kaya and Koji, they're more team-oriented. Koji can obviously go off on his own. Yeah, looking at like Nash and Arcadia, Nash was going absolutely crazy without the need for Arcadia. He's a powerhouse. The thing is, Arcadia can also go off. She's the X Factor. Yeah, she's low defense, but she has 7 power and 7 dexterity, which also means that she's somewhat hard to punish, even in a 2v2 space. But disregarding the punishing, there's also she can kill really well. She can kill at a high rate. So because of that, she's a threat offensively. Oh, what a dodge! Also, Kaya, what is with this back and forth? Why are you like good on even games, even number games? Oh, good there, or am I? Something I found enough. I think Kaya has had the lead for every game except 3. I think game 3 was purely Vector having a lead most of the game, whereas that didn't really happen for every other game. Good ground pound, I'll take a stock. Vector and Ezio kind of fit this double powerhouse thing where, I mean, Ezio's terrible support for them doing no disrespect. Like, I've seen Ezio 500. 50, I think is his best, maybe a 600 game improvement, but worse. And more consistently, he's getting these 400s, 450s, but his worst is like 2 layers. He's got really low lows, but also some pretty mediocre, or pretty like high levels, I guess, but more than anything, really low lows. Yeah, the schematic of double powerhouse is, I mean, it's one of the most titles. You look at the first tournament, Zone and Ember. I mean, Ember was like the tank. There was no tank, my bad. There was no true tank. It was a double powerhouse team with 2 really high offensive abilities. With Zol having 9 strength, and Ember having 7 of her own, 6 or 7. Good D-Light Nair, great move there. Having her, but yeah, Ember having her own little benefits, being really fast, Zol not so fast, but again, what he lacked for speed, he had solid enough defense to live, but he had the highest killing power, has the highest killing power, instead of like Amethyst. Bringing up the okay, game 4, now we're doing fine already. I like how she always does like around 600, he's always winning with like 700 almost. But yeah, like,
3,
so
2,
remember, they kind of adopted that style of we don't really have to live as much as people think. We just have to kill more than anything. And shit, they worked. They won a title. They did terribly after that and split off. So Nash and Arcadia also adopted this playstyle. They've won 2 championships. They're still going. Diane and Roland are an amazing example of this, where Roland has that 9 defense, but his signatures compensate with an insane amount of not only spatial coverage, but also damage. And what's his name? Diana, she's got like a solid defense. She's got great all-around stats. She's an amazing support, good nair. Yeah, she's an amazing support, albeit, nobody wants to admit it. That side of the field, yep. Even though nobody will ever admit it, probably, Diana's an amazing support. But she's usually the aggressor because of the fact that, Roland's there to take hits and all that. But she's really mainly the support when you, think about it. Oh my god, chill out. She's mainly, the support. I'm really proud. She can accept that she thinks she's like a powerhouse over somebody like Roland, who has pretty much no accolades, no nothing. She doesn't have pride in the way of winning. But yeah, Britain and Amethyst, another top 3 team. They just got second before that. They got 4th. Oh shit! And that's it. We'll do it. Great reads here from Kaya. Kaya playing amazingly so far in the tournament. Just really, really well. But it should have been over in 4 is kind of what she's thinking. But hey, game 1 was an amazing clutch from her. Game 2 was 100% so. Oh, I went just straight on that one. Just grab the floor, yep, side sig, not enough at all. Oh, side sig, side air, whiff. Get the whiff over hit, mirror. Got our whiffs. Down there, side sig, good read there from LeVector. So, it's all to this bow. Bow on bow. Who's gonna win it? Who's the better ditto? Get over. I mean, we saw game 1 was Kaya, but Vector clutched out the game, so I don't know. I'm not really sure, but Kaya does have the damage advantage, so that'll definitely do something, because right now she's got this moves the side sig. Did she make it back? Oh, she makes it back. Oh, he tried another one with the down air. Steady stepping. D-sig. This is close. Ground pound, he's disarmed. Picks up the lance. Side light down sig. He's steady stepping. This is so close. Ground pound. Doesn't kill. He throws it away. Picks up the ball. The side air. It's not enough. D-light. No response. The ground pound whiffs. Everything's whiffing down there. Holy shit. Down there. It's terrifying. The ground pounding Kaya wins the set. There will be no upset in this one. She'll face off against Taros. Still no Taros Vector. She does 700 damage to win that one. Jesus. Man, I was low-key kind of hoping that Vector would start to win that one. He was going crazy. But regardless. Hey, look, a little Grand Finals rematch. Psych. Scarlet. This was cool. But yeah, Brandon Nemesis, another really good example. I'm sorry, that set actually just became really, really good at the end. That game 5 was really close. I'm sorry. But yeah. Amethyst and Bran are probably the best example, despite them not winning this year. Nash and Arcadia are an amazing example, but they're kind of a pseudo. They're not the perfect. Bran and Amethyst, Bran, she gives a consistent 500 damage, having amazing all-around stats. I think she goes 5, 6, 6, 5 or something like that. But she has great all-around stats. She has really solid sigs. A lot of gimmicky sigs that work in tandem with some of Amethyst's safe as well as not only that, but Amethyst, pretty much outside of her high strength, she's got what? Good side six. She's got what? Let's say four dex, four defense, and five speed. Which isn't the highest, but it's enough to survive, especially when you're pretty much sending people to the rafters almost every time you hit them after at like orange and further. So good on that. Yeah, it makes it really difficult, like really difficult to beat that team when you have somebody that can, pretty much be a solid 1v1 option and win, and Amethyst can just kill, just KO at any time that she wants. She can just KO the entire game, just KO everything in her path very much because of that high 9th strength, right? I mean, right now, Scarlet doing really, really well. Scarlet and Morgan, another perfect example of this, actually. I'll get to them in a second. But yeah, I say the most perfect example is Burn Amethyst. They have great heavy weapons and axe. They also have spear and cannon, another heavy weapon, and a solid, very solid two's weapon and spear. Just three great, proven to be amazing, like proven to be really good spear weapons, or not spear weapons, 2v2 weapons that all have succeeded at the highest level in Brawlhalla and even in Bothalla. And it's pretty much the best weapon ever in Bothalla history. Damn, okay. And then, close second would definitely be like Axe, especially in the 2v2's range. Despite it. Oh my god, the ground point recovered top 10. Amazing. It's game one. Yeah, like the weapon combination on it sets them up for so much success, and the fact that they're finding that success is great. And I feel like if Bryn didn't just pretty much throw in the towel, I think it was in game 5 against Sentinel Cassidy. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have ever, and I mean literally ever, I would have never guessed that they would, I would have never thought that they would lose. I honestly thought that after seeing them in top 8, the way that they played up until that top 4, top 4 qualifying. If you don't know, Sentinel and Cassidy were trying to improve, which they did, thanks to games. But if it wasn't for that very specific game, I feel like Bryn and Amethyst would have probably beat Diana and eventually won the whole tournament. Not to rain on, Sentinel and Cassidy's parade, because I mean they made top 8. They made top 4 in back-to-back tournaments and then only lost to like Ezio and Vector, a top 8 team, in the top 8 qualifier at, I think they finished 9th in the last tournament, so can't discredit them as Scarlet is really trying to get a 3 stock, but failing. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre to see how like that team could have definitely been even better than it is now, and we're kind of seeing how great it is now as well. Oh my god, all off, little bro. And shit, they got the MVP. She did it again. Satellite Nair recovery. She's going for like fundamental stuff. Alright, 2-zip. Now,
3, 2, 1.
Scarlet and Nova, let's talk about them a little bit. Because they're interesting. They're kind of like, they're in a sense similar to how, they're similar in a sense to how Neuronix are, where they fuse both teamwork oriented play and also double powerhouse play. The fact that, I mean, Ogre can go off for 600. Scarlet was odd enough. I think she was a consistent 500 damage dealer. She was the more consistent player for this team. But they've composed that will definitely probably go even further in the future. Yeah. This Scarlet Ogre too. Damn, bro! Oh my god! She is clipping him like all the time. Oh yeah, they'll probably do even better, and I think they'll eventually win a championship. I just don't know what championship they will win. But, they'll definitely win a tournament. I very much believe that Scarlet and Ogre have it in them to win a championship if they stick together. You know, it's not my way to spin that. It's not my thing to decide. It's not my choice or anything like that. Regardless of my choices, whether or not it's not my choice to keep the team that annoying, but also that I'm together. This is another 3-stock to 1 lead. What is this? This game is 1, 2, and 3. Look at all this. Yeah, I forgot I was going to say shit. And once again, he ties it up. This time a lot sooner than before. Scarlet brings that 8 power, whereas Ogre brings that high level of defense. I mean, Scarlet also has, what, 5 defense and 4 speed. So she does sacrifice a lot for having that 8 power, and I think a solid amount of dex. I think also 5 dex. But in return, that's me. Wow.
Player
Scarlet
2 wins.
2-0. Okay, so she has 4 speed, 5. Yeah, okay, so I got the stats right. What she lacks in, what she specifically lacks in, like, in stats, if we can find them, this old geezer does not, like, outside of, what, dexterity, but who gives a shit about dexterity? He doesn't lack, and he's got enough power to really put some problems, especially with 2 heavy weapons, 3 total combined. And it makes it an absolute horror show for anyone.
Soulbound Diana.
Like literally anyone in the tournament. It makes it an absolute horror show for anyone in the tournament. That team, because of the fact 3 heavy weapons, they have lance,
3, 2,
so they have
1,
momentum
brawl.
weapons, they have heavy weapons, they have big damage dealers, and they kind of use that oriented style of play with the I can go off for 600 damage and 4 KOs. I can take on 6 KOs. Which is one of the reasons why Nash won MVP. He did like 3 times. But yeah, these like powerhouse, we're just 2 amazing, we're 2 amazing players coming together. Teams, they work really well. And I'll be really excited. Some of the best teams that do it technically are, well, Hazel and Ember. Not, I mean, Ember, an amazing one. He got a 4th place once, recovered. But yeah, she placed 4th once in one game tournament. Solar nor Amethyst have never placed top 8, I think. So that's definitely something that they look forward to in the 1 space. Probably just getting out of the 2nd round as well. Nash, the GOAT himself, multiple time 1v1 champion. I need to explain there. Arcadia got 8th place. I don't remember his team, but 3 games are legends. I think it was actually Arcadia. Mako had not even shown up yet. He wasn't selected by a random character. Question mark character. And I really like selection for these tournaments. But yeah, just in the most confusing way possible. you know, Di Diana, she got third place twice, as I've said. Roland, no placement for Bryn. I think the best she's gotten is like top 16 ones. Onyx, no placement. Mirage, again, like top 16 or top 12. Like when you
Good
look,
game.
damn, Diana takes game
Player
one
one
convincingly.
wins.
She wants her win. She wants to run back after what? I think she was the only one who forced Section of
Bothell
5
Diana.
in ones. So, but yeah, from the looks of it,
Three, two,
um,
one, brawl.
like some of the best teams to ever do this double powerhouse strategy have one really, really good one to one. They're not really good, but one exceptional. Not exceptional, it's too good of a word as well. Okay, great. How about that? One, they have one great 1v1er, a great two elite 1v1er. No. Nash, Gray, Mirage, Scarlet, Amber. Silver Power has teams kind of consist of at least one freaking member who's like really good in ones, and then one member who's like really good in twos. Like Bryn, she excels in 2v2, but isn't really good at 1v1. Like, it doesn't make sense. Before she was paired up with Amethyst, I think she didn't, like, she succeeded actually. I think she did pretty good. Zariel, I think it was a Surian Zariel. Zariel was really good. I think Zariel ended up with Nyx. Didn't succeed because of Nyx. Nyx isn't really good. But that team kind of consisted of like a powerhouse type roster. Yeah, like the best way to do double powerhouse seems to be like one player has really good 1v1 experience, and they gotta pull that over and talk to somebody with really good on somebody with really good 2v2 experience. And that just ends up working. It hasn't worked for Boulevard, but it's worked for Arcadia. Somebody who was, I mean, the better, like the even better teams. Somebody who was like in the top four of 1v1s. So Cedric is not there because people can't make past the first round for some freaking reason. Once. And two, she's a champion, right? And Sidra, she's amazing in longs, but isn't really her strong suit. They just have to put it together. Good cider, oh my god, tied that shit up quick. Yeah, Diana Rowling, two third places. Nash and Arcadia, they both have 1v1 experience. They're both really good in ones. Ragnar Dusk also fit this mold, ironically. And both of them made top 8. Ragnar more than Dusk. But they both made top 8 in one as well. Like, the better teams nowadays, and in general, use that is unfortunate. Use this mold of they're both really good. Why don't we just mix our knowledge together and win the whole thing? I don't know, I keep talking about doubles, but I just really like to scale, like, I really like to study Brawl a lot. Like, I genuinely like to study how people play and stuff like that. Like, play styles. I hate studying things like sig spamming, passive, or backdash. Like, backdash warrior, I don't get how you have fun, literally just go back, do it again, go back, do it again, go back, do it again, with a character with like 17 dexterity. Oh my god, great recovery from Diana there. That was actually an amazing way to start. This might actually be a 3-0 against Nash. Nash might actually get bitched. It feels crazy to say because I'm pretty sure he faced off against like a very solid. Like I'm pretty sure his first one was actually something really good too. I don't even remember who the fuck the 15th seed was. Oh, oh, not yet. Never mind, do it. No. Ground pound there. Side air. Side light. D6 doesn't connect. The recovery will, that will kill. Yeah, that's kind of just my take on 2v2. It's just the better teams have a certain set archetype that pretty much every team has set. But these teams, like, for some reason, the best teams just have two powerhouses, really. Which is kind of funny because that's exactly how the US plays Brawlhalla as well. That's the team that won, ECX last year with Godly and Zen. Oh, she makes it back. I mean, those are two just really good 2v2 players. Godly, in my opinion, the best player in the world individually. Like, I don't mean 1v1s, I mean just overall right now. He's definitely the best player in the world in 2022. When he first got BCX spread, most people just be like, yeah, but he didn't win anything. But yeah, he got second in both 1v1s and 2v2s. And that is the 3-0 that was. As Nash will have to stay here for what, the final set? Okay. 4 more sets. Why is that menu up? Nash and Isaiah. This is the best of 3. This is also a run back to, like, I don't know, one of these tournaments in history.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Yeah, Godly was the best player in the world in 2022, and you can't convince me otherwise. It's like, oh, but he didn't win anything. Luna had more wins. It doesn't matter. Yeah, well, he beat Luna in 1v1s, and he beat Luna in 2v2s as well, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure he was the one who sent Pugsy Luna to losers, and even if he wasn't, he got second to Godly, and shit, I don't even know his teammate, Fozzy Godly, I'd like to say, ended up getting second place. And he alone ended up getting second place to Impala. It sucks because it's like you've gone so far, like you know you could have won if you just didn't, make certain big mistakes. For not the brightest situation. Oh, ties up the stock. Takes up the weapon. Yeah, Gabi, I feel like, and overall his placements were like really good. In Europe, he was, he won every one's championship. He was not necessarily the strong suit. He admitted multiple times that he was the strongest suit, and he still got the best placement in EU. And then he teams up with Zen this year, wins that. I think he got third in 1v1s. It's like Kaina and Hughes, I think he got third, beat Samsung. Every major Region 1, Hughes being the rogue 1v1, and then obviously Godly and Zen, 2v2s, but I still think Godly's the best overall player in the world. Fight me on that, because this man, for the last 2 years, since he's been like a pro, like, the last 2 years he's been a pro, he has 1 gold medal in 2v2 BCX, he has 1 silver medal in 2v2 BCX, and he has a bronze and silver medal in 1v1 BCX. Imagine if he wasn't banned during the COVID era.
Not like this. Player 2 wins.
Shit, I'm not counting. Nash wins game 1. It was way too late in the game for you to make a mistake like that, but I think Isaiah might just want to go home, but he doesn't want to go home looking like a little bitch.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Whatever the case, I gotta stop saying that. Regardless,
I don't think I think he's the best player in the world. And yeah, he didn't have the best overall placements this year, but you can't deny that when it matters the most, he shows up. Especially for his region. He's always making it to the bigger stages. It's almost always to the biggest stage. Now then, let's Sandstorm is like quite literally the greatest Bothalla player ever, bro. How do you stop playing the game, come back? You're still schooling these youngins, quote unquote. The thing that makes me laugh about Sandstorm so much is they've adopted his playstyle of semi-passive. I'm gonna read you once, then I'm gonna burn your shit. I'm gonna read you a second time, no book. I'm just gonna cook your shit. Like they've kind of adopted that playstyle of a little bit of patience, a few reads, and pretty much just win the stock. Oh, he's pulling Isaiah. He's pulling Isaiah. He's taunting Isaiah. He's a blue weapon. Okay. Weird. Very even, but Nash a little bit of a deficit. I could release that deficit to come back from him. He's very much coming back from, and he has now the lead. Oh shit. Hold on. Satellite. Delay. Nair. Delay. Satellite. Nasir with him. Delay. That's the fastest healer in there ever. Drop pad doesn't kill him. Actually, that can kill. Told you. Yeah, I still think Dudley's the best individual player in the world. Ooh, down heavy. No, but I think that the best. Can't handle the best individual level right now. Overall performance wise, I'm gonna have to give it to honestly, probably a mix of your might have been better, but I mean, she got third place. I don't know. And she defending start really well. She's looking like it's well sweet. Oh, there. Yeah. Oh, and Sig again. And the Nair decides it now, sending Isaiah attacking. The number 2 seed lives on. Ironically, we're about to have some friendly fire, racial friendly fire specifically. And Lin Fei and Jin. So that's fun. I say racial as if they aren't like too. I mean, they're the same race, they're just different ethnicity. One's Chinese. They made that abundantly clear. The other one, well, could be Korean. I could also see them being Japanese, but from the looks of it, I want to say Korean. Because J-A-E just sounds like a Korean that does Japanese. I don't know, personal thought. That's just my thought on it. It could also just be the cultural appropriation. The Drake fans in BMG showing. The dog. Recovery. Best individual legend. I'm like genuinely playing in terms of like right now, actually, after like the balance patches and all that, low key, I'm gonna have to go. What's his face? What I think like it's like the genuine best legend, not just bot. You bot Laurel is what it is. Low key, I'm gonna have to go with what's his name? Oh my damn, I can't remember his name. Okay, I think Rayman might be the best legend right now. Or like, I don't know, I feel like gaunts are kind of strong right now. Maybe I'm just really good with them. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of strong right now. Maybe abundantly wrong and they're actually not that strong, and I'm just like again really good with them. But I don't know, I feel like Axe is always really good. Maybe like Caspian Monkey because guitars are really good. But hollow wise, best legend right now. No bullshit. Just like placement wise and success wise, low-key Scarlet. And she made top 8 in the most recent. She got fourth-ish. Top 4 in the most recent 1v1, and then she got 8th. Most recent 2v2, and that was only because she lost to. I mean, first and foremost, she lost to Brand Amethyst, the second best team in the whole tournament. Good side, good finisher there from Genuine as he takes 1-1. But yeah, not only did you lose, respectfully, I'm gonna say this. Not only did you lose to huh?
3, 2, 1, brawl.
It's literally 2. It was like what 3-0, 3-1, something like that. But you also lost to Ragnar and Dusk, a team that has proven themselves now back to since they everything they together back to back during the second year. But they are like top 5. They are a top 5 team consistently. They actually grabbed 5th. I think they grabbed 5th again. I don't know what the hell happened to Reno Sean, but they're gone. Reno and Rana. But yeah. Like, really, they only lost to them. And ironically, they were gonna face them. Let's say Amethyst then lose to Scarlet and Ogrim. Scarlet and Ogrim would have to rematch against Ragnar Dusk. I don't know about you, but I low-key kind of think Scarlet and Ogrim would have won their run back. Especially with the momentum they would have had. That's me talking about my favorite team. That's me talking about the team that I want to see win. Yeah, I think they probably could have made top 4 if Ben and Memphis being so damn good there. That whole series, but also just they would probably pay out. Yeah, Scarlet, I feel like placed the highest overall, so honestly, overall the best. Her. After how well she did with Lincoln and just how well she did, so even not the defending champion. It's finally sending him below that 5th place threshold. Finally, after 4 tournaments, he finally made it below 5. After 3 tournaments, he finally didn't win one. It's just complete and utter domination. Of course, what Terrace did, though, he was complete and utter domination. What's this? Sneak phase out of the tournament. That would kind of suck because they really wasn't fair. That's like Jayun, but he's a fraud. And not right now. He usually frauds. So, whatever the case. AJ unless Bar Great Sword if he loses. Okay. Okay. But that's Sig went Fade, trying really hard to make it a full set here. On there. And Sig. Sadly. So with that ground pound there. And Sig. Tried another one, didn't work out. Ground pounded the response. Ground pounded back to back response. Recovery. Jaeyoon. 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 It's a set. Lin Fei. Is she gonna do it again? I don't know. She has the momentum. She did this to Sidra. Will she do it again? I don't know. I don't know.
3, 2, 1,
I'm so tired.
brawl.
It's not like the team. Like I'm just gonna fall asleep as soon as these sets are over. Probably. Who's talking about Sidra? I was talking, I think about, I'm not Sidra, I was talking about best overall. I think the second best overall, I'm gonna give it to Taros. I think Taros and Linen just barely missed out on getting top 8. If I'm not mistaken, either just barely missed out or they were out like 2 sets. But also Taros and the 1v1 champion was more focused on that. And Linen doesn't really seem to be hyper focused on anything. She got 5th in the most recent tournament for 1v1s. And in 2, they missed top 8, so. The day Olympus becomes great in ones will be the day that all of the experience and snowy mains from 2020 and 2021 will genuinely rejoice. And I will be right there with them. The day Ragnar wins a title, because I feel like every legend player should win a title. The day Ragnar wins a title, I will be there front row seats cheering them on. Like the biggest blazer. I'm like the biggest Ragnar blazer I am. I will literally be sitting there. Yeah, I would literally be sitting there as a massive fan. Like I would, like as if I'm like those girls from what is it called? As if I'm those cars from well, Lightning McQueen's race. Those girls that would flash their headlights at me. James trying to end this set. He really does not have no part in this reverse 2-0. He's like, nah, I'll let you get one. So I gotta end this shit. I got places to do, shit. Ground pound down light. Side air, he loses his chance to 3-stock, but hey. Lin Fei's not looking too good. Side air. Down there. Ground pound this. It's a 4 open. That's it.
Player 1
It's
wins.
Lin Fei, unfortunately, could not move on any further. He now has to face Nash. Good luck with that, pal. On the other hand, we have. Wait, where is she? Bye bye. Bye bye.
Vector.
Have Vector and who else? Tori.
Hattori. Vector.
I know I said I was gonna go with Tori. I kind of got my money on Vector. I mean, I really didn't think the Tori would be winning,
3,
but I
2,
think she'll be better
1,
than Vector.
brawl.
He won his first round, but he kind of got dominated by that, but I think that Jesus, this guy. I think if the Loki qualifies to this kind of world, he just played better in once. Like, see, what y'all don't know about 2021 is that that's probably his worst state ever. That's why that rework was so necessary. So for him to win the tournament was great. He was the easiest character ever. And not only was it his worst hit ever, it was also just interesting to see, of all people, Vector and Sig. And who's the one-two hero that brings over? Oh, down air. Recovery will do it. Just like that, Vector takes the first strike of the set. So tired, Vector. It's like okay, she tied it up right. Oh no. Alright, so if you come, there's no back to you. Victor went to him, right? Yeah. Yeah, he did. If I'm not tweaking, you want to get on. Unless this is game one. This might be game one. Is this game one? I'll check. Yeah, this is game one. I'm gonna trust that it's game one. If it goes to 3, like if she ties it up, let me just check, because I feel like it's really start to hit. It's 2 in the morning. I'm usually at least almost asleep. At the very least, I'm getting drowsy by this point. Usually. And then that's the drowsy. And I pass my for about another 2 sets. This is game one. I check.
What a
Game
game!
by
Player 2
Toy
wins.
takes game 1. They
Vector.
both did 600 damage. This was Vector's downfall. This was Vector's downfall against Kaya, yeah. Against Kaya, Diana was
3,
not.
2,
Diana was not shit.
1, brawl!
It was the fact that he played kill. He did 600 damage per game. At least per winning game. So you have to do 700 damage in all these games. And I guess it's pretty simple. Vector takes first strike again. Interesting. But he is taking first strike. Okay, there's a lead. Play slow methodical. Okay, do I want Hattori to just 2 this? Yes. But do I want Vector to win this? Yes. For the sake of low tier heroes, I want Vector to win. For the sake of I want to go to sleep, I want Hattori to win. There's absolutely no. That Vector takes the second set. Oh, wait a minute. Should be getting some. Oh, come. She's kind of starting to make some stuff happen here.
Good game. Player one wins. Vector. 3, 2, 1, brawl.
These are not very close. Stocks. Interestingly enough, I don't know how the bots don't get like to the title. Do it. Yeah, look, there's a minute left. I think it's 5 seconds left for the first minute. And they'll go back and forth, but they never, ever somehow get that last minute official. I don't get it. Wow. What is this? They're really tied it up, like, really quickly. Wait, Victor's got a lead. My bad, I was looking for the last minute. Victor's got a good lead, too. Go back. You shut the fuck up and that lead's gone. This is evil. So, boom, this. Sides of the car. For the third time in a row, the ground pound is winning that down here. And side sig, and that's it. That's the set.
Player one wins.
Reverse 3 or reverse 2 was victory as wow. Yeah, all I gotta say about that. Wow.
Rank.
The last set of the night. The most stress-inducing set of my night, at least. Of this night. For me,
3,
will
2,
100%
1,
be
brawl.
Ragnar restore. I don't know who I want. Will. Hopefully a 3-2-0. Regardless of who wins, I'll take 3-2-0. Okay. What's happening? I feel like my mic's cutting out constantly, but I don't care enough because it's literally like it's 2 in the morning. Like, am I really insane? I don't care. I don't. It's 2 in the morning. Like, you usually not awake anymore. And a little kid's fresh stuff. Look, the bots aren't really like, instead of taking my sweet ass time getting shit on with high weapon spawning, they're just spawning. I'm a fan. Oh. Here. Saw that. Saw that again. I just gave in. Saw that again. The ground pound's reversed. We're down here again. Scoops. Stop saying wow, the weapons were removed. Yeah, so he doesn't hit this time. Put the down there. That's it. Nair, he's really just fucking going for it. Holy shit. Oh, the flash. Flash saving. Oh, it's ground pound. Second staple, and he's so incredibly good. Flash. That's it. Almost like here for Ragnar in game 1. Not looking too good for him, the main man. Can't lie. So invested, doesn't know if it's gonna go, what's gonna happen. I'm also trying so hard to stay away from great ass screaming, one of the only ways I know how to right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. No, not yet. Don't say Tiger. Gotta reply to. I'm sick. He's punished by a side sick. Holy shit, I thought he might have just jumped into death. Bye-bye. And then we'll do game 1 goes to 4. Game 2 though. Come on. Come on. What are we looking at?
3, 2, 1, brawl!
We're getting straight into it. Shit, so far, Thor's definitely proving why he beat Ragnar their first goal. Ragnar, Thor was the reason Ragnar still doesn't have a fifth place. Maybe one of the reasons. I mean, there's 2 seventh place not trophies awards. It's 2 seventh place appearances, but never. Oh, cider. And Thor is gonna get back. Yeah, if you don't know, basically Ragnar and Thor, this is not their first altercation. In the first altercation, Thor kind of mopped the floor with him. Actually, Thor was like 226. He was not supposed to be anywhere near the top 8. Oh. No. Yeah, bouncing part of that. Nothing you can do about that. And, here. This is the 6 that really lost that game. I want to see just a clean deal. I'm too tired to listen to I might actually fall asleep. going home. Look everywhere. Flash down sig to react to the what was it, said sig? Said sig. He read that perfectly on accident. Weapon throw delay. Regular someone's set. Thor wants to just end it, but he doesn't want to end it bad enough. Flash. Good side sick Thor. Never mind, Thor definitely wants to end it. He's like, bro, I'm tired too. It's 1 in the morning. 1 a.m. Side sick with him too. Do you see him like? See bouncing his head. God, the guitar's coming out right now. This is so scary. Downer, side light. Oh, oh. Nair at the top. There's a sense a signature move coming to end this game. I don't know who. It's really close. But I can sense a Sig coming out. Jump on. Sig. Recovery. He wants to scoop. Ragnar, no. The cider. He doesn't have enough. Thor. Watching it up. Thor 2-0 over Ragnar. I am appreciative of Thor for letting me sleep now. I'm so sorry, Ragnar, but unfortunately, you still can't beat Thor. And it's been 3 hours, so it would have left like 4.5 hours. I'm not doing it. Good game to Ragnar, but that will be the end of this part of the stream, as now the top 8 have been decided in the winner's side. We have Teros and Kaya, and we also have Scarlet in Diana. Oddly enough, only one legend not in the top 8 from the winner's side. On the loser's side, we have seed number 2, Nash, going up against seed number 14, Jaeyoon. Kind of weird, but for some reason, we have one top 8 legend in the loser's bracket. And we have Vector going up against Thor, whereas the rest are not. They're all double digits for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's just how it is. And yeah, right now, I mean, it's looking like a really good bracket. Thor versus Vector, Nash versus Jaeyoon, Scarlet versus Diane is gonna be cinema, and Terrace and Kaya. This sounds like a rematch to me. I say that a lot, but this genuinely sounds like a winner's semi-finals rematch. Whatever the case, I'm going to bed. Have a good night. I will see you later. Bye, guys.